Okay, so remember yesterday how I said we weren't going to talk about Kickstarters and that would be in another video? Well, this is that video, so here we go, let's talk about it! And Kickstarters that are out right now in this month of October and are ending soon and that I think you should check out, so yeah. Okay, so on to the fun stuff that you guys actually came here for, which is like the Kickstarter stuff. Yay! So there's a lot of really awesome stuff on Kickstarter right now, this month. It's actually kind of insane. And I was actually sent a good number of these either before I got sick or like at Gen Con or whatever, and I was gonna make videos for a good number of these, and then it just, the life happened and it didn't happen. The videos didn't happen, so I'm sorry, but I wanted to do something, so here we go, news video. So these are Kickstarters, and they are ordered by when the projects end. So yeah, if I listed game first, it's just because it's ending sooner, so yeah. We have internet domain microcosm, or as I like to say, microgasm. Yep, I went there. Or no, I say micro-orgasm, don't I? Or just micro, yeah, micro-orgasm. It's next up, we have internet domain microcosm, or as I like to say, micro-orgasm, because this is who I am and I am proud of it. It's a like sequel standalone two-player micro game from the Imminent Domain like universe. So if you like Imminent Domain or you know that game pretty well or like have played it at least once, you will be familiar with the theme and some of the mechanics and whatnot in Micro-Orgasm. And yeah, I'm just gonna call it Micro-Orgasm now because I think that's what it should have been named. You missed an opportunity, Seth! The game is designed by Seth Jaffe, who designed Imminent Domain, and it's being published by Tasty Mitchell Games, who Seth Jaffe works for / all of his other games are published through. So there you go. The game is a two-player micro game, and I believe they're working on rules for a 3 or 4 player like version adaptation, something. I haven't played it. Steve and I have actually played this game quite a bit. We got it a while ago, and then we played it on a plane, like on the tray tables, and it worked pretty well. And then we played it again while I was sick, and it did not work well because I still beat Steve, I think, which was amazing. No, he beat me. Yeah. Because it's a thinker. This micro game is definitely a brain burner twister, and it's really interesting because you get it and you play it the first time and you're like, that was really fast and I scored like 10 points and that sucked. Like, what the heck? And then you play it again because you're like, maybe I'll try something different. I think maybe I have a strategy. And then you're like, that was amazing. I scored 47 points. How did I even, what? So yeah, needless to say, I really like this one, and I've backed it for 2 copies so that I can have one for myself and then I can have one for myself. So yeah, they've already hit their funding, but they're doing like a 10-day short run thing, so it actually ends pretty soon. It ends on October 17th. So if you'd like this game, it's a fun microcosm. It's a fun like 10-20 minute game. The better you get at it, the faster it'll be. But it's really interesting because it's like a drafting hand building game / deck builder. Yeah, it's not really a deck builder. I think Seth called it a hand builder, but like it's more like drafting kind of thing. It's very interesting. It uses mechanics of Imminent Domain with like the planets and conquering them and stuff like that and settling them versus like warfare, and so that's interesting, and there's a lot of paths that you can take during the game. This next one is also in standalone expansion-ish, and that would be One Night Ultimate Werewolf from Bizir Games. Ted Alspacha? I've done a review of One Night Ultimate Werewolf, so you guys know I already really like this game. Daybreak is a lot of fun. I actually had a chance to play Daybreak at an Unpub event, and we had a blast. This game definitely makes it where the swing goes more towards the werewolves, if that makes sense. But I feel like when you have a lot of players, this is better, perhaps? I don't know. In the standalone game, I find that if we have so many players, it's actually kind of easier to find the werewolves because like it's harder to keep up the lies and collaborate a story when there's so many unknowns on the table. But with Daybreak, Ted's done a great job introducing new characters and new roles that are totally unique, that kind of swing it more towards an interesting werewolf thing. And also, if you are a werewolf, there's more chances for you to do interesting things, like you can be like a mini apprentice thing now and stuff. So yeah, the base game costs $25, and if you add $5 on, you can do BGG pickup. They also have pledge levels so you can get the original One Night Werewolf if yours is worn out. They also have cool playmats. Yeah, One Night Ultimate Werewolf, really like it. Daybreak, standalone expansion, available here. Funding for that ends on October 28th. Okay, next up is another small micro game, or as Crash Games calls it, their pub game series, and this is Dead Drop. Dead Drop is a quick game. It's like 10 minutes to play. It's a deduction game similar to Love Letter, where you play multiple rounds and each round takes 10 minutes. So I guess the whole game would take, I don't know, anywhere from like an hour, however long you're willing to play. So in Dead Drop, it's 2 to 4 players and people have cards and you're trying to deduce what the card in the center is. It was designed by Jason Kotarski, and actually I like Dead Drop more than Love Letter. But I also don't really like Love Letter. I feel like Love Letter is too solvable, at least for my friends and I. So it's like not a lot of fun for us to play because we always solve it really fast and then it's just like, who is the lucky one to get the card? That is the best. Drop Dead, not so much. Like, it's solvable, but there's also more player interaction and there's more options on your turn. So there's more that you can do and there's more that like can happen and stuff. So yeah, I played it a few times. Played it 2-player, played it 4-player. I haven't played it 3-player, but I did like it. Yeah, personally, I'm not backing it because while playing it, I was like, this would be a fun game to play in a bar, like out with random people. I actually don't really go out to bars and play games with random people, so it's more of a filler game, and in my collection, I just have too many filler games as it is, so I don't really need another one. But if you like Love Letter or you're looking for another good filler game, it's $12 and you can I think you can get the print and play right now, baby. And yeah, it's halfway funded, but the funding ends on October 31st, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna hit it. So go ahead and check it out. The art's really cool. I believe it's by Adam. The art was done by Adam. I don't know your last name, Adam. I'm just really bad with names. Adam McIver? That's right, it's Adam McIver. I should remember that. Okay, we have so many games. So now I'm gonna talk about Chroma Cubes. So Chroma Cubes was designed by Chip Buvais, Chip, I like your first name. Your last name could go summon itself. So Chroma Cubes, designed by Chip Buvais and published by 5th Street Games. It's on Kickstarter right now. It is also half funded, and it's an interesting game. It's a dice coloring game. So there's dice and you roll the dice and you're trying to get certain colors on the dice to color in your picture, and the first person to finish coloring in their picture wins. And there's like crowns that come with it, but like, so you have to make decisions when you roll like what color you're gonna go for, or if you're going to try and like hold out and do this one first, or what you're gonna try and do. So it's a really interesting twist on set collection and like dice rolling and planning, and it also adds coloring, which is kind of cool. I think it would be fun to play with kids. They have a variety of art that will be in the game, so like art that's easier for kids to play with and art that's like more complex, so like classic paintings turned into color by the number kind of things. So it'd be good for adults, and I think it'd be good for kids. I haven't played it yet, but I've been watching the production of this game for quite a while, and I have been interested in it for a while, and I'm really excited that it's now on Kickstarter. Like I said, it's already half funded, but funding goes until November 2nd, so they have quite a while. I actually wasn't going to put this in this news update, but because they end like the first weekend in November, I was like, yeah, gotta add it now. My niece is personally too young for it, but I'm hoping that Steve's nephew, who is 5, would like to play it because I think it'd be right up his alley. So Chroma Cubes, pretty excited for that one. So next up is Collapse, which is a game from Jason Goddard. Sorry if I butchered your name. It's a deck builder for 2 to 4 players, and it's about, the theme is like the apocalypse is happening, not happened yet, and you're preparing for it. So there's a set of natural disasters that you pick from. Well, I guess they're not all natural, but there's a set of like disasters that you pick from, and they like set the tone of the game. So every game is different in that regard. But they're like random events that you put in the market deck. And then what happens is you have a market, and instead of having like multiple piles like in Dominion where you have like 10 of each type of kingdom card, you actually just have one market with 6 cards out. It's very similar to like Ascension or Star Realms. And you also have other cards that are constantly out. And basically you're trying to build a deck of preparedness for when this bad thing actually happens and the world goes. So you're trying to collect weapons, you're trying to collect food, you're trying to collect shelter, and you're trying to collect water. And to do that, you are using the currency and goods that you have to buy more goods. So yeah, and then there's also like a little bit of take-backsies, so there's like some weapons that you can try and acquire, and then you have to acquire ammo, and then you can use that to attack and like take out your opponent's stuff that they have gathered. So it does have a little bit of like player interaction in that regard, beyond what like a standard deck builder would have, so it's really interesting. Collapse is really interesting because whenever I've played it, I actually feel the desperation and like, not urgency, but difficulty of trying to collect things in a disaster. Does that make sense? Like, it's really hard to chain things. There's only 1 or 2 cards that let you chain, like in deck building. So like it's hard to do resources, and it's hard to buy things, and it's hard to do actions. And so like you can see the goods out in the market and you're like, oh, I'll buy it, it'll be great, and then I can add this and it'll have all the stuff and I'll get all the points, but you just are like 1 short every round. But your opponent is 1 short every round too. So it's really hard to get an engine in Collapse. It's very interesting. Going into it, you're all like, ah, it's just a standard deck builder, I'll build my engine, it'll be fine, I'll know what to do. Oh wait. Because you can't actually do it. Like, it's really hard to build standard deck builder engines, at least in my opinion. So yeah, I actually really liked it. The art is pretty good. The art definitely helps with the theme, and the disasters are good, and some of the stuff is kind of funny, and like, yeah, I liked it. It's cute. You can back it for $29 for the base game, print and play for $5, and it's actually already funded, but the funding ends for November 3rd. So if you'd like that, you have some time to get on that. Okay, last but certainly not least, we have Lanterns, which has a longer subtitle, but I don't remember what it is. Lanterns is a game by Christopher Chung, and it's being published by Foxtrot Games on Kickstarter, and it's a tile placement game for 2 to 4 players where you are placing tiles in a lake that has like lanterns, and you're trying to color match to collect lantern cards to complete sets to get points. And so it's pretty interesting because it's an interesting twist on tile placement, because you have a hand of tiles, you have 3, and you're like looking at them and planning, and then like where your opponents play and where you place your tiles is very dependent on what cards you get. And the really cool thing is that every tile has, here, let me just show you. Okay, so the really cool thing is that every tile has 4 colors on it. So 4 like, well, 4 spots. You could have dupes on them. So like this one has 2 spots are orange. So what happens is when you place the tile, the orientation of how you place the tile is very important. So depending on how people are sitting around the table, so let's say I'm sitting here, Steve's here, Alan's here, Richard's here, when somebody plays this tile, regardless of who plays this tile, I will get this color, Steve will get this color, Alan will get this color, and Richard will get this color. And that's for every tile that's placed, regardless of whose turn it is. So you'll be getting cards on other people's turns. So when you place your own tiles, you kind of need to plan and look and be like, okay, if I place this tile, yeah, I'm gonna get the blue card that I need, but Alan's actually gonna also get like an orange card, but he wants the orange card. So do I really want to place this tile, or do I want to try and place this tile, which would give Alan a green, which he doesn't want a green? So yeah. And then there's different combos when you place for like matching colors while you're placing, and then there's other combos to get platforms, to do other cool stuff. So yeah, it's a really interesting twist on a tile placement game, and I've played it 2-player a number of times, and I've played it 3-player, and we really liked it. I haven't played a 4-player yet, but I can definitely tell you that I am super excited about this game. It ends funding on November 5th. It's $24 for the base game, and it's already funded, so yeah, you can guarantee that you get it. And yeah, funding ends on November 5th. I really like it. I think if the print and play version, I think you might, if you back it, you might get the print and play as soon as it ends. So yeah, if you're looking for a new tile placement game that would be good for a variety of ages, you could really easily modify Lanterns, I feel, to play with like 5 and up, really, because it's color matching, and then you just like try and get sets. So like you try and get 3 pairs, or you try and get 4 of a kind, and or you try to get 1 of everything. So I think you can modify the rules very easily to make it playable with like a lot of kids, lower age kids, or just out of the box it could play with probably like 8 and up, 10 and up. Yeah, Lanterns. I like it. Alright, that's it. So that is this news post, and it was really long, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please let me know down in the comments. If you would like me to make this a monthly thing that I do, also let me know down in the comments. Or if there's something that you would like me to change or do different or something like that, let me know. I'm just testing this out because like a lot of stuff has happened, and I get sent a lot of games, asked for feedback, and I post my feedback when I play them on Twitter quite frequently. So there's that. I get sent a lot of games and I play them, and I just don't have time to make a video for every game that I get sent, because if I did, like, my entire channel would just always be Kickstarter videos forever and always. But yeah, I'm not really interested in making just Kickstarter videos, and I'm much more interested in making other videos for other games that you guys would probably be interested in. So, news segment where I talk about games that I've been sent that I like and stuff like that. If you like this video, feel free to hit the thumbs up button. If you'd like to subscribe, feel free to do so by clicking the button down below. And if you'd like to see more news-ish videos, let me know down in the comments. Yeah. Otherwise, I think I'm going to go edit this and go edit the operation video and go edit the other videos that I shot before Gen Con even happened, that hopefully will be up later this week or maybe next week. We'll see. Yeah. Otherwise, I will see you guys later. Go donate to Extra Life, please. Please. I bit my cheek earlier, that hurts. Also, I just want to show you, this is super cute. So we're gonna see if I can do this. Hang on, I don't want to disturb her. Hang on. Oh. So this happened while I was recording. Isn't that adorable? She just came in and fell asleep on my beautiful cow. Just so cute. So cute. Alright, we're done.